In a stunning turn of events that has sent shockwaves through China's entertainment industry and left millions of fans worldwide absolutely speechless, beloved actors Su Kai and Tan Songyun have reportedly received a prestigious honor from President Xi Jinping himself, just weeks after the pair were controversially ejected from a Liu Yuning concert in what many are calling the most dramatic celebrity incident of the decade. But here's the question that everyone is desperately asking. How did two stars go from public humiliation to presidential recognition in such a short period of time, and what explosive secrets lie behind this unprecedented reversal of fortune? The entertainment world is still reeling from this bombshell revelation that seems to defy all logic and expectation. Sources close to the situation claim that what appeared to be a career-ending scandal has somehow transformed into one of the most remarkable comeback stories in Chinese entertainment history. But the details surrounding this incredible transformation remain shrouded in mystery and controversy. Industry insiders are whispering about backdoor political connections, hidden agendas, and power plays at the highest levels of government, while fans are torn between celebration and confusion, desperately trying to piece together what really happened on that fateful night at the concert venue. Could this be the biggest cover-up in entertainment history? Or is there something far more profound happening behind closed doors that the public has yet to understand? What makes this story even more explosive and absolutely impossible to ignore is the stark contrast between the initial public disgrace and the subsequent presidential honor, a juxtaposition so dramatic that it has spawned countless conspiracy theories, heated debates across social media platforms, and even questions about the integrity of China's entertainment regulatory system. The internet has erupted with speculation, with some netizens claiming this is proof of corruption at the highest levels, while others insist there must be a logical explanation that justifies such an extraordinary turnaround. Regardless of which side you believe, one thing is absolutely certain. This scandal has exposed deep rifts within the entertainment industry, raised serious questions about celebrity privilege and accountability, and potentially revealed uncomfortable truths about how power really operates in modern China. The controversy began on what seemed like an ordinary Friday evening when Su Kai and Tan Songyun, two of China's most bankable young stars with combined social media followings exceeding 100 million fans, arrived at the Beijing National Stadium for what was supposed to be a relaxing evening, enjoying Liu Yuning's highly anticipated concert. Eyewitnesses at the scene reported that the atmosphere initially seemed perfectly normal, with the two actors appearing in high spirits as they made their way to their VIP seats, occasionally stopping to wave at fans who had recognized them despite their attempts at maintaining a low profile. However, what happened next would become the subject of intense scrutiny and endless speculation for weeks to come. According to multiple sources who were present that night, approximately 45 minutes into Liu Yuning's performance, during what many describe as the emotional peak of the concert, a disturbance erupted in the VIP section that quickly drew the attention of security personnel and nearby concertgoers. Witnesses claim that Su Kai and Tan Songyun were allegedly behaving in what venue management later described as a disruptive manner, though accounts of their exact behavior vary wildly depending on who is telling the story. Some fans insist the actors were simply singing along enthusiastically and showing their genuine appreciation for Liu Yuning's performance, behavior that would typically be considered completely normal and even encouraged at a concert setting. Others, however, paint a drastically different picture, claiming the pair were allegedly intoxicated, speaking loudly during quiet moments, and even attempting to record video footage despite strict venue policies prohibiting such activities. The situation allegedly escalated when security personnel approached the actors and requested they moderate their behavior, a routine request that should have been handled quietly and professionally according to standard venue protocols. However, what transpired next has become one of the most debated moments in recent entertainment history, with conflicting reports making it nearly impossible to determine what actually occurred. Some witnesses claim that Su Kai became confrontational when approached by security, allegedly raising his voice and invoking his celebrity status in an attempt to avoid consequences, behavior that would represent a shocking display of entitlement if true. Other accounts suggest the actors were completely cooperative but were nonetheless treated harshly by overzealous security staff, who may have been acting on orders from higher-ups with personal grudges against the stars. Within minutes of the initial confrontation, the situation spiraled completely out of control in a manner that shocked everyone present. Video footage that later surfaced on social media, despite the venue's strict no-recording policy, showed what appeared to be Su Kai and Tan Songyun being escorted out of the stadium by multiple security personnel, with the actors looking visibly upset and confused about what was happening. The footage, which went viral within hours and has now been viewed hundreds of millions of times across various platforms, shows Tan Songyun appearing to argue with security while Su Kai attempts to calm the situation, though the audio quality is too poor to determine exactly what words were exchanged. The dramatic ejection occurred in full view of thousands of concertgoers, many of whom immediately began recording the incident on their phones, ensuring that this embarrassing moment would be preserved and dissected by millions of internet users for days to come. The immediate aftermath of the ejection was nothing short of catastrophic for both actors' public images and professional reputations. Within hours of the incident, the hashtag concerning their ejection had accumulated over 800 million views on Weibo, making it one of the most discussed topics in Chinese social media history. The response from the public was swift, brutal, and deeply divided, exposing sharp disagreements about celebrity behavior, accountability, and the proper role of famous personalities in Chinese society. Thousands of netizens condemned the actors for what they perceived as entitled, disrespectful behavior that demonstrated a shocking lack of consideration for other concertgoers and the performing artist. These critics argued that being famous does not give anyone the right to disrupt public events or expect special treatment, and many called for serious professional consequences, including loss of endorsement deals and exclusion from future projects. However, the actors also found themselves with a massive army of defenders who questioned the entire narrative being promoted by venue management and amplified by certain media outlets. These supporters argued that the security response was disproportionate and possibly motivated by factors unrelated to the actors' actual behavior, pointing to the long history of celebrities being unfairly targeted by overzealous security staff or individuals with personal axes to grind. Many fans noted that Liu Yuning himself is known for encouraging audience participation and creating an energetic atmosphere at his concerts, making it seem unlikely that simple enthusiasm would warrant such a dramatic response. Others suggested that the actors may have been set up or deliberately provoked as part of a conspiracy to damage their reputations, though concrete evidence for such claims remained elusive. Major entertainment companies and brand partners who had invested millions in endorsement deals with both actors suddenly found themselves in an incredibly difficult position, forced to make rapid decisions about whether to stand by their celebrity representatives or distance themselves from the growing controversy. Several brands issued carefully worded statements expressing concern about the incident, while stopping short of terminating their relationships with the actors, clearly hoping the situation would resolve itself quickly without requiring them to take definitive action. Other companies were less diplomatic, with at least 3 major brands reportedly placing their advertising campaigns featuring the actors on indefinite hold, unwilling to risk association with what many viewed as a public relations disaster. Industry analysts estimated that the incident could potentially cost both actors tens of millions of yuan in lost endorsement revenue, depending on how the situation ultimately resolved itself. The controversy also placed Liu Yuning himself in an awkward position, as fans and media outlets pressed him to comment on the incident and take sides in the growing debate. For several days, the singer remained conspicuously silent, refusing to address the ejection or offer any perspective on what he had witnessed from the stage. This silence only fueled further speculation, with some interpreting his reluctance to comment as tacit support for the venue's decision to remove the actors, while others believed he was simply trying to avoid being drawn into a controversy that had nothing to do with his artistic work. When Liu Yuning finally did address the situation a week later,